I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
Ain't no woman coming giving you nothing for nothing. Did I say something wrong? Now, those of you who play a lot, you have to learn to pay a lot. That might stop you from playing a lot, because I don't know no woman that will give you pleasure for free for a long time. Maybe the first day or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe more. But then she's going to tell you, oh, honey, you know, my car note is due. In other words, you ain't getting nothing. You got to come up with something. My car note is due. I miss my rent. And I can't invite you to the bedroom if I can't have a house to invite you to. So can you help me with my rent? Now, the pleasure has worn off.
Well, because it is that. It's something very precious. It's something that's very, I think it's the most highest valuable gift that a person can have is their own body. And that's really how I look at it personally, is that, you need to take care of your body, take care of yourself, and not just give it around or pass it around like butter at a table or anything of that nature.
When you tell kids that, what do they say?
Well, some of them are saying, well, I understand what you're saying, but it's hard. My friends are telling me this, my boyfriend is telling me that, I'm getting pressured here and there, but I say, hey, if I can sort of abstain NBA for 9 years and I'm not practicing sex, and I said, it's probably a little bit easier for you than me.
You practice what you preach. You've abstained total.
Yes, I have.
You don't think that odd?
And today, by the norm, yeah, of course. I think athletes especially are...
We are back again, and today we will be building on our brother Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying? Known as Unc, right? If you watch ESPN First Take, I used to watch FS1 with him and Skip Bayless. You know him as Unc, right? Legendary Hall of Fame tight end for the Denver Broncos, right? Hall of Famer. And now made his way into the podcast world where his show, you know what I'm saying, after the Cat Williams huge interview last year, really put him on the map, you know what I mean? And he's really been making power moves. And a couple days ago, it was announced that he had $100 million plus deal on the table with ESPN. Right, you heard that right. 100 million plus. I believe it was with ESPN. Don't quote me on that, but I'll put it in the screen for you. Right, so 100 plus mil. He announced. It was announced, right? I don't know if he announced it, but it was announced. He didn't shoot it down. Now, 3 days after that, he gets hit with a lawsuit by a woman that he used to deal with, right? She's alleging that he violated her, right? That R word, he violated her, and she wants 50 mil. She wants 50 mil, and she's represented by Tony Busby. That's the guy who is after Diddy right now, and was also after Jay-Z, right? Putting false charges on Jay-Z. So Jay-Z did say that he was, he's a shakedown artist, and he likes to come after artists and try to tear them down. Specifically seems like black millionaires, right? Black millionaire males. He wants to come after them and shake them down, right? And Shannon Sharpe is his newest victim by way of this woman that Shannon Sharpe was allegedly dealing with, right? And the lady is 19 years old. She was 19 years old at the time. So Unc is 56, right? Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old. So it's a big age gap, but it's not illegal. It's not illegal. So what Shannon Sharpe is doing, for the people that are saying, yo, that's foul, it's a little weird, but it's definitely normal in the Hollywood world. Let's just say that, right? In the Hollywood world, rich men love dealing with the younger women, because the younger women are usually they easily to manipulate, as the girl got at in the messages that was released. She said that Shannon Sharpe was being manipulative, right? And usually rich men are able to prey on younger women because they can manipulate them uh, by way of the money and the fame, right? And it's not to say that these young women are totally innocent, because they definitely know that they definitely understand that it's money. It's a bag at the end of the tunnel, right? Let's keep it a bean about that. Now, the voice recording phone call where she was recording Uncle Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying, came out, and she was coming at Shannon Sharpe, and they was, she was telling he was manipulating her, and in the midst of it, he said he wants to choke her. He said, I'm gonna choke the shit out you when I see you, right? And she said, I don't want to get choked. And he said, you don't give me no other choice. And then you kind of pause for a minute, like, what is this, right? And then Shannon Sharpe, he jumped right in front of it. He released messages to show that that's her thing. She like getting choked, right? So they had a sexual relationship of just flings where it seemed like almost some role play, right? Aggressive sex, right? Between these two adults, right? The older cat and the younger chick, right? She told him 25,000 for each cheat. Paying 50 G's, 50 G's for the ass, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, it's the new economy. I guess 50 G's going with the 25,000 each cheat. Goddamn, you know what I mean? The game crazy now, and this the tricking era. This the era where, you know what I'm saying, tricks is like going crazy because of the social media and the DM button, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they met at the gym allegedly. However, you know what I'm saying, with the GM button, the DM button is going crazy right now. So, I want to look into this. You got to understand that Shannon Sharpe is innocent until proven guilty. This is America. He's innocent until proven guilty, right? However, we got to look into this mistake that so many brothers is making, right? So many brothers is making, and I understand it. Right? But I want to look at this. I want to put on my religious hat to look into this objectively, right? Let's look into this objectively and see where so many of these rich men are going wrong, right? Now, if you are a single man with lots of money in America, right? You can have so much at your leisure, right? The cars you want to buy, the clothes you want to buy, the friends you want to buy, the women, the sex. So it's amazing because you're getting it from the best looking women, right? You just pay for it. It's nothing. You got the money to do what you want to do. It's the playground, just like in the Sinners movie. It's the devil's playground, right? With the money you have, you can do good with it, or you can. Not to say having sex is a bad thing, you know what I mean? However, you have to be careful when you are rewarded all of this money and fame, right? And you go outside of the religious realm, right? Because in religion, you are taught to get a woman, right, a wife, and this one piece keeps you out of so much trouble. It keeps you out of so much trouble as a man, right? Let's look into it through a sociological statistic standpoint, right? Let's look at it through that lens. A man that's married usually lives longer than an unmarried man, right? So just having a woman at the house as a man keeps you alive longer. You usually eat better than the single man. The single man eating Popeyes every day. You know what I'm saying? He drinking liquor. He staying out with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? He may grab a McDonald's burger. He may eat at Buffalo Wild Wings tomorrow night. He winging it. He literally winging it. You know what I'm saying? But when when you got the wifey at the crib and she hit you, bling, 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 and that's an old school phone call, right? You answer the phone, she say, "Oh, dinner be ready in an hour. Be back home." Right? So he eats better. He got a quality meal, right? When the club gets shot up at 2:30. The club gets shot up at 2:30. Dice game shot up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You had an old lady, you had a wife to go home to. You wanted to be out at 4 in the morning. So the bad man gotta go home to wifey. He don't get as caught up into that when all the gunplay go down. He already back at the crib. See what I'm saying? Just these tweaks alone, right? A good woman will help you build, right? Help you build and help you focus on whatever you trying to build. She helps you focus on your goals, right? But when you single and you just dealing with oh yeah, she bad, yeah, I'm with her. The sex is fire, no doubt. The sex is fire and it's exciting and it's addictive, right? I meet this chick and boom. You know, you see how Zion was doing it? You see how nigga couldn't wait to get in the league. Nigga get in the league and it's yo, I can hit Mariah Mills. I don't know why you want it. I don't know what's impressive about that, but to each his own, right? That he can hit all the porn stars he want. They only one DM away, right? But it's gonna cost him. We seen it. We seen those messages where every time a single man is dealing with this, he gotta pay for it. And it's just money to him. It don't matter. It's just like the girl hitting Shannon Sharpe, 25,000 each cheat. That's just taxing a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just taxing a nigga because you know he got it. And old school nigga don't care for it. Like whatever it is, what it is. I'm gonna get it off, and he gonna get the best sex ever, and I'm gonna get the 50 G's. Prostitution. It's legal. It's legal, technically. You know what I'm saying? If you do it that way. However, you know, is it all worth it in the end? Is it all worth it in the end? You know, Kevin Samuels used to always have this thing where he would tell the women that, yo, you gonna die alone. You gonna die alone. And then he died alone. R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. He died alone because he didn't have a woman. He didn't have a wife. He was having sex in the hotel with a random chick. And when he started gasping for air and dying, literally dying, she left him. She bounced because she didn't love him. She didn't. You feel me? It was about the bread, and you know yo, I gotta go. So he died alone. R.I.P. But this is what happens when you live in this bachelor life. This will come with this bachelor life, right? Yeah, the sex is fire. The drugs is fire. You know, you seen Wolf on Wall Street. He left his main chick for the other one. She more fun. You know, he can do coke off her body. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they having, but his life got more sporadic. It lose the structure. It lose the value. See, a good woman, and a good wife is like a secretary. Having a secretary, you know, that's in the kitchen. That's you know what I'm saying. She's in the kitchen. Again, we in my religious bag, right? We in my religious bag. We been objective in the kitchen. Yo, she can either heal you or kill you. But if it's a good woman, she want to heal you with the food. When you sick, single people hate when they sick. Cause you alone in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at many of these cases, we seeing that a lot of the brothers that's losing out on all this bread, even though they got it. You know, one day that money this how a lot of brothers in the NBA and in the rap game, they have mainstream, all this success. This how they end up going broke. Did you know they say Sean Kemp went broke off child support. You got NBA league niggas going broke off child support. That ain't nothing but a lack of sexual discipline, right? You have to have sexual discipline, you know? And I don't want to hear you can't do it because, hey, yo, the brother AC Green did it. That's what they say. You know, my nigga AC Green, you need to do your knowledge on the LA Laker legend AC Green. You know what I'm saying? He used to carry the Bible with him. right? So, yeah, so many brothers get this fame and get this money, and they can't control their sexual urges, and the sexual urges, the lack of sexual discipline, is what tears them down because they are preyed after by these women, right? That she was recording Shannon Sharpe. A friend don't do that. A lover don't record you. See what I'm saying? From out the gate, she was already trying to lead with something. She was extorting you. And she know that other old nigga. He doing something. He think he doing something. So I'm gonna break him. That's how the young girls talk now. The young girls they talk like niggas now. It ain't like it used to be. A lot of these young girls they talking like, oh, girl, yeah, I can get that. Yeah, I can get that nigga. They go through each other's phone and they look. You messed with him? Yeah, I messed with him. How much you get from him? I got 30 G's out of him. Oh yeah, he be tricking. You can really get him. He be tricking. So these niggas out here is known tricks. Your favorite rapper ain't nothing but a known trick 9 out of 10. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't about these niggas ain't keeping the P no more. These niggas keeping the T. You know what I'm saying? These niggas tricking. And I'm not gonna knock a nigga. Soldier Slim said I pay for it if I want it. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. It ain't nothing I do. You know what I'm saying? But again, back into the religious bag. If you are a man that has a wife at home, something to go home to, this don't happen to you. This don't happen to you. You know, R.I.P. Steve McNair. You know, Steve McNair downfall was the young girl who was fun, and it was a fun fling, and you know, allegedly she got caught up in her feelings, and she didn't want it to end. She didn't want it to end. She didn't want to be strung along. You know, that's when that woman sit there on the phone and tell Shannon Sharpe, yo, you manipulating me. That's a scary thing because see, some of these women get in they feeling so bad, you done been spoiling them and showing them all this, and they can't have it. They can't never have it. All they getting is a taste of it, of the money and the good life that they want without working for it. And you think you gonna take it away? Yo, they might put you on the news, my nigga. You might be on the news because she don't want it to end. So this a dangerous game. Tricking can be a dangerous game for a lot of these men. A lot of these women ain't rat too tight. That's why they selling ass in the first place. A lot of them. Childhood trauma. A lot of trauma. Being over sexualized as kids. You know what I mean? Looked at as objects forever. And now they to the point where they like, man, I'm just breaking these. This what these niggas see me as? I'm breaking these niggas. I ain't got no love for these niggas. So they break them, and when you backing off after all the tricking and you done had enough, and now you ready to back off. She done recorded all your conversations, right? She might violate you like she doing Shannon, right? Try to. She see you getting a big $100 million contract. She read the news and she said, oh, okay, oh okay, I got him. Yeah, I got him. And I'm gonna call Tony Buzz because I know he like to take these niggas down. Right? So this is the downfall of the Bachelor that they don't tell you. Everybody always talking about the what they used to call them, I forgot the name of the I forgot, you know what I'm saying? But Kevin Samuels made his whole thing off this type of guy, right? The guy who got the money and he's got the perfect shape and he's in and all that. This is the part that they don't tell you, right? This is the part that they don't tell you. Some of these women are out to prey on you too, right? They have to prey on you too. You it costs money. It's gonna cost a lot of money. You know, in the end, when you walk away, all that money as you get older, that money does matter to you usually. To the NBA niggas who tricking off and getting baby mamas by every Instagram player and every Instagram player, that's a lack of sexual discipline, and it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. 4 baby mamas, yeah, it's gonna cost you in the end. When that money slow down, because it will slow down, it's gonna cost you. You know? See, women, I always say this, women, back in the day, they seen the man's sexual promiscuity as a power, right? The man can go sleep with this, sleep with that, sleep with her, sleep with her. They seen that as a power. They used to say, why can they do it, but we can't do it, right? And now they do it too, right? And now they do it too. See, that's not a power in men, though. That's a weakness in men. That's man's weakness, his lack of sexual discipline, right? Messed up many families. Many families. Gotta remember, even on Love and Basketball, Q family, his beautiful family, got ruined because Pops can't keep it in his pants. Right? That's how it happens. You know, y'all niggas want to be players, niggas want to be pimps, niggas want to, you know what I'm saying, have fun and trick off with it, and I get it. It's it's a lot of beautiful women in the world, and it's tough. That's what the discipline is for, though, right? Because the lack of discipline can bring you this. It can bring you this, you know, and this is where religion has, this is where religion is right. This is where religion is always right in the Zach at. If you have a woman that you're married to, coming home to, raising your kid with, you don't have no business out there doing that. It keep you away from a lot of the foolishness that be getting niggas clapped at the hotel, robbed at the hotel, set up and robbed at the hotel, trying to get some ass. Right? Keep niggas out of these type of situations. 56 years old, you should have a lady. Right? But you don't have to. But you should at least have some type of discipline and be aware of this. Right? So sexual discipline is the downfall of so many rich men, right? And the lack of it gives a gateway for so many of these young women to tell a nigga $25,000 for each cheat. That's what she told Uncle Shay Shay. Tax the nigga, right? And he probably paid, right? So we'll see how this case plays out. Again, Uncle Shay Shay is innocent until guilty. This is America. Until proven guilty, he's innocent, right? But damn, 3 days after the announcement of the $100 million plus contract, you see what I'm saying? That's where we going.